Hello and welcome to this Moho Crafts video tutorial showing you how to make your butterfly sun catcher. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay then, here's what you should have in your kit. We should have your sun catcher butterfly wooden shape. Got a little bag with some beads in. We should have our safety needle and our threads. So what you're going to need to get as well is a pair of scissors and maybe like just a little dish or something to tip your beads into so they don't run away. Right, let's get going. So first I'm going to carefully open my bag. Oh look, that's exciting. And I will put them into my little tub. There, all of them, lovely. I've got my tub of beads ready. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to very gently untie these and separate them. So what we need to do then is untie your threads very carefully and very gently. They're a bit slinky, so they get tangled up very easily. So they should sort of be folded in half. So if you kind of look for the ends and separate the ends out there, look, mine are already a little bit tangled, so I'll just pull them down there. And then hopefully you should be able to separate them into a long piece like that, and then we're into strands. Now what's probably a little bit easier is if straight away you find where the fold is and you chop them all in half. Okay, so we've then got lengths that we can work with. So I'm going to hang these over a little hook to the side of me, then they don't get tangled up. I'm going to pick my first one that I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with a silvery one. Okay, so we will need this. Oh look, there's glitter all over everywhere. And we need to thread our needle. So on your safety needle there's a big nylon-y loop at the end there, can you see that? So we're going to put our thread through that needle. Now if you are working with littlies, or to be honest even if you're not, it's a little bit slinky is this stuff, so if you just tie a little knot at the top there, just not too tight, just so that it stops your needle falling off, that will save you a few hours of frustration. Right, now we're going to start wherever we fancy. I'm going to do this one like a sort of dream catcher style, just haphazard and all over the show. I'll show you another one you can do after that's a bit more orderly, so you can just choose any hole that you want to start in. I'm going to choose one of these holes here, and what I'm going to do is just poke it through to the back first of all, like this, and just tie a little knot there, a double knot at the back. And we'll do this each time we start a new thread. Okay, so I'm just going to tie that there, leave a little tail, don't cut these too short because it will unravel. So what I want to do then is fill all this up with jazzy thread and sparkly beads. So each time you come out of a hole, like we've come out of a hole there, pop a bead on your needle, it'll slide down into place, and then we pick another hole that you're going to go into. So I'm going to go into that one over there. Now it's up to you, you can then come back this way if you like, or if you want them all to be on the same side you could come up through that hole there. I'm just going to put another one on at the back. This will happen as well, they'll get a bit baggy in between, so I'll go for another bead, thread it on, and then pick a hole. So I'm at the back on this one, so I'll go, oh, lost my bead there. When you first start off and the threads are a bit long, they can get a bit fiddly, but you'll be fine. You'll be a pro by the time you finish. So then I've got my two, and we just keep doing that. We do bead, oh, bead, oh, there, and into the next hole. I'll choose that one. So I'll finish this one off, and this thread, I'll use it all up and then show you how we fasten it off. So let's have oh, that one's a nice sparkly one there. We'll have that one, and I think we'll go over here. Really doesn't matter where you go, you can do whatever design you fancy. You could even do sort of like if you wanted to do crisscrosses above the wings and just sort of try and make it look a bit more like two separate wings, you can go for that one. Let's go down here. But what you want to do is try and fill every hole at least once. Right, and don't worry, I know that at the moment like the beads are sliding all over the show, they will do, but then when they've got the sunshine in them, shining through them, they'll look amazing. So just keep pulling it fairly tight. Get another one, I've not had a yellow yet. Let's have, oh, that's not yellow, honestly. So over there, we'll come down to this side, I think now, down here. And we've got sparkly see-through, sort of translucent beads, so that they'll look beautiful whether they're out in the garden or in your window, getting all sparkly. Let's go up here now, shall we? Up there. Oh no, that was rubbish. See, that one I went too close there, so it's just, we'll get rid of that one. We'll go up to there, yes. Oh, lovely. There. Oh, noisy, isn't it? It's that cheeky red one down there, keeps sitting at the back. So let's have a green. You don't need to worry too much about the colour placement because they will all end up all over the show. I'm sure you will see. Right, there. Have one of them. We'll come down that one down there. Lovely. And you just keep going until you've used up all your thread. Oh no, let's have that there. So I'm going to do this up to out there. All right, like that. Put that up there. And you just want to get as many beads and be as colourful as you possibly can. So we've sort of run out of thread now here. So what I'm going to do, pop that there. I'm going to go for a different colour now. Let's have a blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it to the back, to the end of this one here. And you will get a little sort of knot appearing in the middle, but if you don't want that, you could always tie it super, super close like this. So let's try and do a knot super tight up there. Just a little overhand knot, wrap it around your finger and poke the ends through there. And then squidge it down. Tighten, 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 pull, pull, pull. Just snip off your tails, don't do them too short. There we go. Then we rethread and then we carry on. So I'll not make you watch all of this. I'll fast forward it to the end where we can show you the finishing off bit. All right, back in a min. Right, so I've now used up 4 of my 6 threads and I've used most of my beads, but I'm quite happy with that for now. So I'm just going to leave it like that for the moment. So I'll just show you how to fasten off your last thread. So if you are not at a point where you've got another tail to tie onto, what we want to tie it to is any other thread. So we're just going to tie a couple of little knots here just to secure that nice and tight like that. So that's 1. Might need a bit of a grown-up help for this. It is a little bit fiddly because it's so slinky. 2, and let's do 1 more for good luck. We like these things to be robust. Lovely. So then we can chop off our little tails. Remember, leave a little tail just so that it doesn't come totally untied. Like that and like that. No tails anywhere. Lovely. So then all we need to add is a hanging loop. So if you use a little bit of your threads that's left over, or you can use anything you fancy really, get a piece about 30 centimeters long or longer depending on where you want to hang it. Now you can hang it from the middle so that it sits straight like that. You can hang it at a little angle like that so that it kind of sits on an angle. I am going to use a lark's head knot. You can just pass it through and tie a loop if you want to, that's fine, but I thought never pass an opportunity to teach a new skill. So if you want to tie a lark's head knot, which does help things to sit flat, you fold your cord in half, pick your hole. I'm going to pick that one. If you want to use your needle, it's a bit easier, you can use your needle. So we thread it through there doubled, so I'm going to pass it through this hole, I think, here. Pass it through and pull the loop to the back. Okay, spread the loop out and put it over your fingers and thumb. Put those 2 tails in your fingers and pull it up and through, and then that'll mean it sits nice and flat. And then with these 2 bits here, we tie a little overhand knot in the end. Squidge, 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 nice and tight. Snip off your ends. And there you go. Your Suncatcher butterfly is all done. So like I said, this is a kind of just a bit of a crazy haphazard dream catchery style way. Another way that you could do it is if you fancied, you could do it a bit like this. So I just put all the beads around the edge. You've got enough beads to cover all of the holes. And with these, I started on here, and each time I did one across, I went 1 that way and 1 that way. So if you're going 1 this way, you go 1 that way, and then you'll eventually meet yourself. And what you could do is with your other threads as well, you could even weave around those or weave across it. Ooh, the possibilities are endless. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed this. Please send us some pictures of your creations And if you're making this as part of the Adlington Trail, then send us some pictures of you out on the trail, because that'll be really exciting. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.